We're here today with Wolfgang Frei, the nephew of the renowned photographer Edward Quinn. Wolfgang, thanks for joining me today. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your legendary uncle?
Oh yes, Edward Quinn, we called him Ted in the family, was married to the sister of my mother, so I'm the nephew therefore. And he was in the Royal Air Force in the Second World War as a navigator, radio navigator, and then after the war he was a navigator at a small charter company, flying between Africa and Marseille, and there he met his wife on a flight, and the flight had a problem, and they had to return to Africa, to Tanger, and then they had a weekend there, and I think that was a very important weekend, and so he went to the place where she was, that was Monaco, so he came to the Côte d'Azur on this way. And, yes.
And during his career he worked with many famous people. Who do you think would be the most well known?
Picasso.
It's Pablo Picasso.
Yes, Picasso, and where we have the exhibition near Dublin in Castletown.
Yes. And before he emigrated to the French Riviera, he worked in Germany and Morocco. What do you think drew him to France?
His wife, because she was there. And then he saw that there are so many celebrities and famous people at the Côte d'Azur, stars like Brigitte Bardot, Grace Kelly, or business people like Agnelli or Guinness. Guinness was there too. He photographed Guinness, and artists like Picasso and other artists.
It was a real cultural hub.
Yes, that was important.
Do you think his Irish heritage was important to him?
Yes, he was an Irish gentleman. He looked like he was a tall man, black hair, red moustache, and he was very kind, but also to come to reach what he wanted. He was also a bit stubborn, and I think that's a bit Irish, and he had to fight.
Yes.
And there were many photographers at that time there, and I think he was a good competitor.
It's what helped him stand out.
Yes, I think.
And I've heard that it's his status as an Irish immigrant that drew him to the works of James Joyce. Do you think this is true?
Yes, it's he as an Irish and with a Swiss-German wife could understand a lot of Joyce.
Yes.
So, for example, in the very difficult Finnegan's Wake story, there are Swiss-German words, and no one else could understand it. And he knew French, he knew English, he knew Italian, and so there was a special relation with James Joyce, and that's why he made a book about Joyce and Dublin.
Until quite recently, he hasn't enjoyed the same level of recognition for his work in Ireland that he has overseas. Why do you think that is?
You know, he between his death and my wife and I took over this archive.
Yes.
There was no one who looked for the archive except his wife, but she was old at that time. And then we started again with this archive and to make like an agency. Yes. So he is now another situation for Quinn, and it's important that he's the first time here in Ireland, and I'm very happy that he is here in this exhibition, in this wonderful exhibition.
And there's over 150,000 photos in the archive and in his work from all across his career.
Yes.
Do you think he had a favourite photograph that stood out?
I don't think so. I don't think so, because there are so many, and it's photos of stars. There are perhaps one, and photos of artists or landscapes or so.
And do you have a favourite photograph from among them all?
Yeah, the stars. It's one of the favourite photographs is here, the Grace Kelly photo. That's a wonderful picture. But then our Picasso photos that are really great, I think. Yes.
And if you were alive today, how do you think he'd feel about being featured in a museum in his hometown in Dublin?
Oh, we would be very happy, I think. Yes.
Great, thank you, Wolfgang,
thank you
for joining us today, and for taking the time to come in, and I wish you a safe journey home.
Thank you.